Welcome to the Creative Masterminds Podcast,
Yeah.
Fire Podcast.
Straight up.
You know who you have in the house. You have Sean Breeze in the house, and you also have,
Cast Thrive. What's happening? I hope y'all are blessed out there.
yes, sir. And you know how we do. We start with a week in review, and then we hop into the subject. Today's subject is establishing your value and knowing your value, and then practicing self-awareness to maintain that value. And what else, Cass?
Yeah, to maintain that value and complete the task at hand or whatever we have, the obstacle or what we have in front of us,
True. So you know how we also do. Usually we start with Cass week in review. Cass, go ahead and break down and tell the people what you did this past week. Let's go.
Bank head bounce it over my way.
Yes, sir. Yes. Bank, that's a throwback, bro. That's a throwback.
This new generation may not know about the bank head bounce.
I don't know about bank head bounce. They don't know about the Soul Train, watching, the new and improved Soul Train, having people showing the new dances of the week and everything.
Yeah, they start pop blocking, all of that.
Yeah.
Straight up. But yeah, man, the week was good, was blessed. Spent time with the family, got the things done I needed to handle business and, fed my soul, renewed my mind, all those important things that I feel that I need to do to, give my family, give the world, give those that I give my gifts to, like training and all that, those things that help give my best effort. So I did that, and so it was a success. That's the main thing right there, and giving glory to God.
Much respect. For me, it was a pretty productive week. I've been doing a lot of coding. Cass, I saw that you saw that I was coding some crazy stuff. I made like a random program that was like a dating love match program. Essentially, it would spit out a random number, and then based off of what number it spit out, it'll tell you if your love was solid or not. And so I just had some funny little lines to it. And so I made like about 4 apps this week, about 4-ish apps, and then like maybe 2 programs. And so just becoming better at like Apple or more so iOS development. And also I will probably move into like Mac OS development as well. So I've been like on my coding kick. I'm not sure if I ever explained to people like my background. So I do have a background in computer engineering. I graduated from Prairie View A&M University. And then I got my master's in system engineering at SMU. And so I do have a highly technical background. And so, and what I'm doing right now is like doing what I feel like God wants me to do. He wants me to bring together my artistic, my creative ways with technology. I realized that is what Nipsey Hussle was trying to do. It was really trying to show people, like him having that Vector 90. I'm not sure if it was an incubator or accelerator, and I can explain those later if people have questions about what's an incubator or accelerator. But basically, he had this the spot that's supposed to help entrepreneurs like get together, collaborate, and help each other build their products, and hopefully one day bring their product into like the public realm where people can purchase their product. And so that's what he was doing, like with the Vector 90. And I realized that he was like very tech centric. Like he had this one dude named Idris. I can't remember his last name, but a very technical dude that he met that he was working with to, basically bring technology to the culture and figure out ways how we can, use technology to help the culture. And so I realized that that's what, like, I feel like that's like my purpose right now at this very moment is to like basically start creating technologies that help the culture, help creators. One of my main things I want to do is like ensure that creators can start focusing more on just creating instead of like the whole political BS stuff, or like maybe posting things on social media or working on stuff like that. Like I know creators just want to create and put things out. We don't really want to socialize like that. So I want to create things that help just creators just create. So anyway, So that's what I've been doing in the program realm. I also had a gig that went awry, and then maybe I can just go ahead and lead into. I just start with that, and that will lead into the subject, which is establishing your value, knowing your value, and then practicing self-awareness to maintain that value and also remain focused so you can finish whatever objective that you had to get done. So that you have to get done.
Most def.
So, yeah, let me go ahead and start with the story. So, I had this gig. I think I mentioned it last week for sure. So, I had this gig where I was tasked to live stream a church conference. Um, and so, it was a gig where it was like me and my homeboy. I hired my homeboy to do it. And it was like I'm not sure how much detail I want to give. So essentially, I was given the gig, and I showed up to the gig. Said everything good. Everything was looking to be like a good night. Like, all right, I had my camera set up, had my video looking good, and so once I started the part where I needed to stream, that's when everything went awry. So the stream went live, and the audio was messed up initially, and so I was able to remedy that. But the video itself was choppy, extremely choppy, and it it got to the point where the client decided to cut the stream, and so I'm like, cut the stream? What? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cut the stream. Of course, that means like job over. So, what does that mean for me? And so I'm like, okay, all right. So I cut the stream, try to figure out if I can fix the issue offline, and then bring things back up to date. But I wasn't able to. Essentially, the issue was initially it was some issues. It was partially my fault at the beginning because I tried to stream at too high of a quality for their internet, and so once I did make my adjustments for that and to bring down the quality for their internet, I was still getting choppy rates because of their internet speed just being just way too slow to stream. Like, not their internet wasn't even fast enough to stream standard definition. If I can help people get some context and perspective on that, and so that all happened. Everything went awry, and so I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, I have a wife at home, a beautiful son. Also, I have my homeboy here. He could be up here playing guitar. Shout out to Jeremy, playing guitar, making beats. Is my time really worth it here?
Yeah.
Do I really need to spend my time here? Things is all messed up and everything. I'm like, nah. And so I just packed my things up and I bounced. I first did make a stop to my homeboy Quincy house, and we just chopped it up, had like a little homie moment, which was good, you know what I'm saying? And then, because, like I said, I really don't have friends, I have family members.
Yeah.
And so, me seeing my homeboy, that was a family time, I would say, for sure. A little bit nostalgic because we all hung out, since we were in high school. So that was dope. So anyway, did that. Then went to the crib, make sure that the household was all good to go. And so, that also leads into the second story, or I'm not sure if I should just go ahead and break it up and kind of let you chime in on the story, but just
let it flow.
Just to wrap that point up. But yeah, at that moment, I practiced some self-awareness, and then I realized that, you know what, my time is much more valuable if I spent it elsewhere, putting love into my friends and putting love into my family, instead of like sitting here trying to fix this issue, and this issue not going to get fixed because they didn't have the proper preparation on their internet end. Because I did tell them beforehand that I needed to be the conference runner told them beforehand that I needed to be the only one on the internet, and they did not listen, or they did not allow for that to happen, and thus everything went awry. If they didn't do the proper preparations, and they're wasting my time essentially with this bunk ass internet, I need to go. I need to leave. And so yeah, how do you feel about that, Cass?
Yeah, man. That's value is super important. That's like, it's like the core of what we do, who we are, the experiences we go through, the value we bring all that together. and give forth our gift, you know, to reach our purpose. So value is super important, and we gain that through our experiences, our
Mm-hmm.
value. We get our, you know, we're able to get understanding, and then, you know, give forth that knowledge, that wisdom, because wisdom is, you know, applied knowledge. And that's
True.
where, you know, other people can get value from us applying the knowledge that we've got through our experiences, through what we've learned, through, like you were saying, you know, through school, you know, the coding and all those different things. Like, so that's how we're able to give value. And that's one of the most important things that a human being can give to other human beings is value.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, because that can help them reach their purpose and to fulfill, you know, the purpose that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's super important. And then going into, you know, self-awareness, you know, that is something that we all need to definitely pay attention to, is like ourselves, our own feelings, our own thoughts. It's like that self-evaluation. From there, when we can you know, have understanding of how we're feeling, if we need to change something to reach our goals, the goals that we have at hand, you know, it's self-awareness. We definitely need to not be just moving throughout the day, caught up in the whirlwind of the day, whirlwind of the week, the month, but take time to really see where we're at, our status or the situation that we're at. And if we need to up the level, if we need to calm down maybe a little bit, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, to make sure that we fulfill our purpose or complete the mission at hand
Mm-hmm.
and move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? We don't want
Yeah.
to dwell in the past, be stuck there. We don't want to, you know, let the negative in whatever, you know, in our situation, let the negative get us off the main purpose, off the,
That's true.
you know, the mission at hand. So
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, because a lot of times I do take. I don't want to say failure, but I guess you can say that like me not being able to execute how I want to.
yeah,
And I'll let that be the definition of failure in this case. So like me failing at that moment, like me not being able to execute how I wanted to, like, which was like a flawless stream and a flawless experience for my client. Um, yeah, usually in the past I will beat myself up about it. I would, like, you know, dwell on it. Fortunately, I started to, or I have strengthened my mind to the point where I feel like I'm similar to a Tom Brady or a LeBron James, in the way where if Tom Brady gets a interception, he's not gonna be like, oh man, he's not gonna play the next set of downs with the mindset, oh man, let me not get another interception. He's gonna be like, no, let me go ahead and get this touchdown. Let me
yeah,
get this 80 yard. Let me get this 60 yard, whatever. He focus on what he want next. That's that mental toughness. That's that championship mentality. And so
definitely.
I say that, you know, fortunately, I have like strengthened my mind to that point. I just encourage people to try to strengthen their mind to get to the point where if you do fail at something, that you don't let it bog you down. Like, things I did for sure that helped me become mentally tough: meditation, taking that time out in the morning to pause your mind, to remind yourself that you are in charge of your mind and that you are in control of your mind. Meditation is very important. That way you will know how, like, whenever you may go down a negative thought pattern, you can stop it because you had developed that strength to stop your thoughts. And so that's one thing I did practice, like when I was in that moment when I was trying to fix the stream. I was very happy with myself that I did not become overwhelmed. Like, I didn't like panic or like, you know, I did not
Yeah,
freak out. You know,
yeah,
I maintained my mental focus. I know people were looking at me crazy. They were like, "What the? Like, this dude's super focused." Like, and that's how I get. You have to be in that. I like to be in that LeBron. I call it LeBron James, Kevin Durant sniper mode. Whatever mode that I imagine that they are in when they are in the game, I imagine that. And the thing is, what's terrible about me, which is more so a gift, I overdo it. I know whatever I think they do, I overcorrect. So that means I'm really locked in. And so anyway, I was locked in the whole time, making sure that I was like doing everything I could do in that moment to finish up the task. And then once I got to that point of, all right, there's nothing real I can do about this bunk internet. It's not gonna be a flawless stream. Yeah, one important thing is you have to know when to walk away.
Yeah.
You have to know when you need to walk away for something. And that's one thing for sure. Like I didn't waste any more time. Like, you know what? My time is more valuable spent elsewhere. I need to walk away. And it's not, and don't call yourself a quitter or a loser for doing that. Like know when to walk away, know what if something is worth your time or not.
Because it's too valuable, man. Our time. That's how, that's like, we're limited with that, and that's what we need. It's like the fuel of a car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We need that to accomplish our goals. We need to be mindful and particular how we use our time.
Yes.
And the way the world is set up, like who was that? Kevin Hart. The way my bank account set up, the way the world is set up. Is for us to waste time. It's not that big of a big deal if you waste 30 minutes freaking scrolling down Instagram and didn't learn anything from it. If anything, it made a person feel bad or sad. Like, dang, I don't got a jet to fly around in with the Gucci belt. All that stuff is, it doesn't matter. No. It's not gonna be with us in the afterlife. It's not gonna help us bless anybody. I mean, unless you are picking up some people from a starving land and jetting them to some food or something, then all that stuff is really irrelevant. It's self masturbation or something. I don't know.
I never heard it used like I never heard it used that way, but maybe so. Maybe let's go ahead and flip it like that. It's something masturbation. I don't know.
The mind just runs and comes up with some stuff sometimes. I don't know. But like I'm saying, it's not benefiting anybody. So it's like, greed or, there's things that we want to experience, the entertainment for ourselves, which we deserve, after hard work, after putting in, the time to fulfill our purpose, then that's for sure. But wasting time on, things that really don't matter, or chasing things that you see somebody else have that, it doesn't align with what your purpose or with you reaching what you're really here for. Kick that stuff to the side, it's not important.
Yeah. And I think for all creators, you need to establish, I'm not sure why I said it like that. You need to establish.
Make sure y'all establish.
Establish. You gotta establish. You know what I'm saying? You need to establish what's that thing that's most important to you. Like, what's that thing that above else you can't like you can't compromise on? Like, I can't compromise on at least at this very moment being taken away from my family to do something. Like, unless I'm properly compensated for that time. And so like I need to be compensated in a way where, all right, I can take this money and of course invest it. So I can make some more money from it, and then do a family trip, on me, that type of thing. This need to be worthwhile so I can benefit my family. If like a good example, the second incident that occurred this week was I was supposed to have had a job on this upcoming Wednesday, which is the same day that this podcast drops. So what's up, guys, on Wednesday?
Yeah.
So I was supposed to have had a gig with this young lady who, we've been working with each other for a while, done a lot of things for her for free, a lot of photo shoots for her for free. She has invited me to various events, little fashion events. And, I got some dope pictures and I provided those pictures to her for free. You know what I'm saying? Free things. And she has also referred people to me, and I appreciate that. Great stuff, man. And she has no doubt been very pivotal in my journey as becoming a better photographer, telling me what to shoot for, how to shoot. Great.
Yeah.
So we had a gig schedule, but this gig, things are changed. Things has changed. I am now a full-fledged entrepreneur, business owner, all that stuff. And so everything I need to do need to be like in relation to like me doing photography or any type of media services.
Right.
I used to do those things for free in the past because it was like a hobby, but now that it's a business, I need to be compensated for it. And so
Businessman.
yeah, and so the thing was, she was used to hobby me, getting things for free. But now when I introduced the business me, like, hey, or you want this done, and let me explain what she wanted done, just to give context to creators. Like I just say this to show creators that there's a limit to how many times you want to give your services for free. So she requested that she wanted an indoor shoot. First of all, where? I ain't gonna do it in my house. I got a baby. So indoor shoot. So that means I have to, rent out a studio space.
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to do a 3-outfit high fashion shoot. All right. High fashion shoots usually require more than one flash, more than one light. So that's me bringing my equipment out. And of course, me using my camera equipment, which is like every time I do a click, the camera is dying. I click every time I'm saying like over time, so the camera can only click so many times. Like eventually
Right.
the camera's going to click out. So every shutter snap is it's getting closer to its death. So that's one thing. So you want me to do all of this, get a venue, get the lights, get the backdrop, get everything, set everything up. And I'm assuming that she really wanted. Well, she is, from my view, it appeared that she wanted that for free. And so, and I'll say this, like I was like very hesitant and like engaging with her to tell her that it's gonna cost her, because I was like fearful that I would like lose a connect. I would lose a person who has given me like references or whatever.
Yeah.
I was afraid like, oh man, I need to provide this free service or else I may lose this. But the thing is like, no, like in all of the services that I have given her enough value, a lot of value, thousands of dollars worth of value. Thousands, probably $10,000 worth of value at least.
Yeah.
And so at what point do you say like, all right, enough is enough? And so this was that point for me where I was like, enough is enough. I need to be compensated. And then I asked to be compensated, and the person was like, no. And so I just tell a story to show just creators that, hey, at some point you have to really establish your value and stand on your value and realize that, all right, this person wanted me to leave my family for free. Leave potentially risk, like let's say the baby just have like a crazy episode and I'm not there to assist. And so you want me to risk that for free. I'm trying to use my words and choose my word carefully because I was about to cuss.
Yeah.
But
I feel you though, man.
That feel me?
Yeah, because like you said, that's your time, and it comes to a point, it's not a hobby anymore. It's a business. You're committed to it. Before, when it's a hobby, maybe we're interested in something.
You courting, you're dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we married. This marriage now, what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, that's the step it takes to turn something into a business. That move right there, within yourself, you have, put it to that level of where you're committed, and you're not giving out any more like freebies or whatever. This is real. This is serious. It's go time right now. She understands that now, but more importantly, yourself. You're 100 with yourself on that. So
true, absolutely true. I would like to share this one thing that I got from reading the Harvard Business Review book on entrepreneurship. And so in the book, it states that passion is not enough for an entrepreneur to succeed. And so when I first read that statement, I was like, what? I was like, no, I can be like Kanye, because Kanye has a gang of passion, to persevere or whatever. But the thing is, they say that passion burns out. I'm like, yeah, you're right, because with photography, I love photography. I really love photography.
Yeah.
It is a passion, but getting paid unfairly to do it burns me out.
Yeah.
I don't love it that much to do it for free for you, for like just random people.
Yeah.
No. It's a passion, yes, but also it's a business, and I need to be compensated properly. So I just want to put that game out there for the creators. Like, hey, it's cool to be passionate about what you do, but I realize that a lot of creators get effed behind them being passionate, like them up here saying, all right, I'm gonna do all these beats for this person and hope that they give me credit, and hope that they give me some acknowledgement, and that hopefully I get paid. This is business. Run me my money.
Yeah.
Run it. So
and in every industry or whatever area where you have a passion, it's a business.
Yeah.
It's business that has to go hand in hand with it, so that you are compensated for your value. And people step over people every day of the week.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Facts.
Yeah, you got to stand your ground.
Yeah. I mean, it's facts, man. Because, I'm not saying that this person is that. I'm just saying in the world there are sharks.
Yeah.
And you have to protect yourself from sharks. Like I said, I'm not saying that this person in this situation is that, but I'm saying this is the truth. You have to protect yourself and your family from sharks. That's how I feel as a man.
Yeah.
As a creative man, you know what I'm saying? A creative mastermind man.
Straight up.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, anything else you want to share in regards to the subject? I feel like I talked like 90%. Goddamn.
I was giving examples, man. But it's just, our value. That's what we need to work on. Our value. And if it just so happens you get that through school and that path, that's perfect. That's great. But if it's another avenue, where you need to start going into your own entrepreneurial ways, business early on, like right out of high school, then that's what you should do. But, you need to find within, take that time. It would be great if we could do that early on, like fresh out of high school and all that. But it usually takes time. We don't really get into that mindset and really kind of hone our drive and point in a direction until like we're in our 30s or whatever. But hopefully some, younger kids or this new generation can pick that up early, that, you want to find your hobbies, your passions, try different things, but learn that early. And, be self-aware within, build that value, and then go straight for that target. Push yourselves to that target to reach your goals. You know what I'm saying? So
key phrase, man, build that value.
Yeah.
Build it, man. And the beautiful thing is that it could be your perceived value. And if you believe in that it's that value, it's that value. If you believe in it, because if you believe, then you're going to put that much sweat equity to make it that value.
Right.
If you believe, like, okay, that's why, like, yeah, I'm going to take this moment to thank God that, I feel like the vision is very clear as to what I need to do. And like, because like, we might have to make this the next subject. I'm not sure I even phrase it, but like, I just came to the realization that I had like this, big goal in mind, this big goal of me getting this $1 billion. So, the thing is, this goal took me on a journey. Like, all right, I tried to do like photography and figure out how I was going to make $1 billion with photography. And then shortly after doing research. I was like, nah, nigga. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen. Then I did music. Did my research and like, nah, people getting screwed. And so this final thing was app development. I'm like, yeah, that's the one.
And you know how that could happen? You create an app for photography that, takes it over the stratosphere. You create an app for music or production or whatever, and something that's never been done. And see, that's when you were talking about that, I was like, man, like apps and all that is like a whole nother universe of creation or creating. Just like in music with production or whatever, or being a singer, that's its own world of, creation. Apps, it's a whole world, a wide range of creation where you can go. Don't limit ourselves in whatever area we're creating, and don't say that you have to create in just music and just this. You should really see, because we're all creators. I really believe that we are all creators. So you have to find out, experiment, try different things, and see where your creation, where the value of the things you create is the highest, is the best. Where is your value the most in the area where you create?
Facts, man. Super fast, man. You killed that. Let's go ahead and end off on that note since you killed it.
Yeah. We did that.
Cass, go ahead and give out your socials. Tell these people where they can find you.
For sure. On Instagram, CAS_THRIVE. Also on Facebook and Twitter. I'm not really on there, but holler.
Yeah, me
and
too.
Then the Boxer Bell as well on IG. And I do private lessons with boxing, and I'm also a personal trainer. So if you're trying to get it in the gym, hit me up and we can make that happen.
Yeah, plug your stuff. Please plug it. All right, for me, SeanBreeze.com, BreezeLightMedia.com, TheCreativemasterminds.com, and Sean Breeze on Instagram, OG Sean Breeze on Facebook and Twitter. I am not on those last two things that much, but hey, follow me. I will be on there. I will figure out a way to be on there soon. I will for sure. And that is really it. Of course, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. If you want to know everywhere you want to find us, like you can just go to the creativemasterminds.com. And we're gonna have some t-shirts pretty soon. And so we're gonna figure that out, give some we'll see how that works, but I'm gonna say t-shirts. So anyway, this has been the Creative Masterminds Podcast. Fire Podcast. We are out. Peace.
Y'all be blessed. Peace.